We'll start, standing at the top of your mat, mountain pose. Good morning, Aubrey. Good morning, Cora. Outed you. Mountain pose, top of the mat, palms face forward, chest is open, elbows are straight, eyes of the elbows forward, chin over the chest. Maybe a few cleansing breaths. You can close the eyes if that helps you to shift inward. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And then as you feel a little more present here on your mat, start to shape your breath. Use only the nose for the inhales and the exhales. Ujjayi, constricting the throat to create that soft sound as you breathe out. If you're proficient in Ujjayi, you can use it on the inhale as well. Think about Pada Bandha. We talked about that yesterday, the bottoms of the feet connecting to the earth. That lock of energy there, pulling energy from the earth into the feet, into the leg bones, into the pelvis, the abdomen, the chest, all the way through the crown. So energy moving through the whole body. Pelvic floor engaged, pull it up and in. Navel to spine, you're going to keep those two bandhas. Mula Bandha, your root lock, and Uddiyana Bandha, your navel lock, the duration of your practice. That will help to ignite the fire element in your core. And once you ignite that flame, you help to keep it active by burning, or by breathing. The burning happens by breathing. Take an inhale, reach the arms up overhead. As you exhale, bring the hands together at the heart. Tuck the chin to the chest. Set your intention. You can look at the fingertips. You can keep the eyes closed, but set your intention why you decided to practice this morning. Or whatever time it is that you're practicing. Blink the eyes open if they were closed, and inhale to reach the arms up and over again. And as you exhale, the left arm comes around, wrap it over the head, and then right arm falls down to your side. Use your left arm to move the left ear to the left shoulder. Right fingertips toward the floor, right shoulder down. Breathe into the right side of the chest. Take one more inhale. Exhale. And then fingertips to the left temple, back to center. Left arm down, right arm wrap it around. Use the fingers on the outside of the head to drive the ear toward the shoulder. Left finger's heavy, left shoulder moves down. Breathe into the left side of the chest. Take one more breath in, all the way out. Fingers to the temple on the right, head back to center. Inhale, both arms reach up. As you exhale, palms together all the way down to fold. Once you're folded, grab opposite elbows, take ragdoll. We're just going from the front to the back this morning. Soften the knees. You can bend the knees enough so the ribs lay right on the thighs. Let the head be heavy, soften the toes. Really feel that connection in the bottoms of the feet. Feel strong in the legs. Navel's pulling up and in, still with the bandhas. Release the elbows, bring the hands to the shins. Press the shins back, pull the heart forward. Take an inhale as you do that. And then as you exhale, soften and fold back in. Do that twice more. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, soften and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. As you exhale, plant your hands and step both feet back to downward facing dog. Once you get back to down dog, you can pedal, you can shift, jog out your dog, do whatever you need here in down dog. So your pieces feel like they're clicking into place. The hips are high, the heels are reaching toward the mat. They don't ever need to touch. It's that intention, that effort of reaching them down opens the backs of the legs. Eyes of the elbows forward still. Biceps by the ears, press into the knuckles, root through the thumb, through the index. Back of the neck is long. Take one more breath in. Stay to breathe it out. And now right leg lifts on an inhale, open and stack. Keep your left heel sinking, lift your right knee higher, bring your right heel in toward your sitting bone. Notice your left shoulder, pick it up so the shoulders are level. Maybe you look over your left shoulder for your right foot. Maybe you roll that right ankle, go both directions, spread the toes. And now straighten your right leg on an inhale. As you exhale, put the right foot down. We'll do the same thing on the left. Use your inhale to lift the left leg. Use your exhale to open and stack. Adjust your right shoulder so it's level. Bring the left heel in, lift the left knee higher. Maybe you look over your right shoulder for your left foot and then take your rotations with that ankle, going both ways. And then take an inhale to relax the neck, long left leg. Exhale, set it down. Right leg on an inhale, lift it high. As you exhale, bring it all the way up between the hands, a long lunge. Climb up onto the fingers, right knee is on top of the right ankle, left heel is over the center of the foot. Left hand down, right arm up. This is your inhale position. And then you exhale, go back to plank. Right hand down, right foot back. As you inhale, left foot to the top of the mat. Left arm reaches, open. And then you exhale back to plank. Inhale, step your right foot up, lift your right arm, open the chest. Exhale back to plank. Inhale, left leg, left arm. Exhale, plank. We're going 3 more each way. Your inhale, right foot steps forward, right arm lifts. Exhale, plank. Left. Plank. Right. Plank. Left. Plank. 1 more each way. Exhale to plank. Inhale, twisted lunge. Exhale, back to plank. Hold plank. Heels over the center of the balls of the feet. So the heels are high like a Barbie foot. Lift your shins. Feel the length in the back of the neck. Take 1 more breath in. As you breathe out, rock forward on the toes. Knees or not, go all the way to the floor. Untuck. Lift into a baby cobra. Hug the elbows, just lift a little bit. Squeeze the chest open, squeeze the shoulders on the back. Back of the neck is long, spread the toes. Take 1 more inhale in your cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale to 4s. Exhale to downward facing dog. Right leg on an inhale, lift it high. As you exhale, bring the right foot all the way up. Back into that twist. Right arm, inhale, lift it high. As you exhale, put your left knee down. Both arms reach up. Take an interlace, except the thumb in the first, and then pull the fingers up, up, up. Biceps by the ears. You can walk the right foot forward and then press the hips forward. Lift out of the low back. Breathe here. Take 1 more inhale. As you exhale, frame your front foot, pull your right leg back. Take an inhale to lift your chest. As you exhale, soften into your right hamstrings. Right toes up or down. Just checking in, touching the hips, the front of the legs, the back of the legs. Take 1 more breath in. As you breathe out, bend your right knee, look forward, frame your front foot, pick your back knee up, and step back to downward facing dog. From your down dog, lift your left leg on an inhale. As you exhale, bring it up between the hands. Take your twist on an inhale, open reach. As you exhale, put the right knee down into your low lunge. Interlace everything except the thumb and the first, and then pull the thumb and the first finger up, maybe back. Biceps by the ears. You can press the hips forward, but don't let the low back collapse. Lift out of the low back. Take 1 more breath in. As you breathe out, reach forward, frame your front foot, pull your back knee or front knee straight, lift your chest, inhale. Exhale, soften, fold. Breathe here. Soften your left knee a smidge. Take 1 more breath in, all the way out. Inhale, look past your left foot, soften your left knee. Hands come forward, pick up your right knee, step back to plank. Take an inhale and plank. As you exhale, chaturanga, just go halfway with the elbows. Use the knees if you need. Untuck the toes, lift and fill, Urdhva Mukha or Cobra again. As you exhale, flip the feet, downward facing dog. The movement comes from your core, navel pulls up and in. Once you find down dog, take a breath in. Clear that breath out. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look at your thumbs. Walk or step to the top of your mat. Once you get there, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soften, fold. Bend the knees, stand up, reach up. On your inhale. On your exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, half flat. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. Use that same exhale to move the chin past the fingers, the elbows bend halfway. Toes back, chest up, strong legs, inhale. Exhale, from the core, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Clear that breath out. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step, walk, or maybe you jump. Top of the mat, half lift, inhale, fold, exhale. Bend the knees, reach the arms all the way to stand on your inhale, all the way to fold as you breathe out. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, high to low. Plant the hands, step, or maybe you jump it back. If you jump it back, you land in chaturanga. Inhale, open. Exhale to dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Heels high as you inhale. Knees bend as you exhale. Look forward, empty lungs, step, or if you jump, land softly by the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, stand, open and reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. High to low plank, plant the hands, step or jump. One movement, one breath. That's the vinyasa. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Heels high as you inhale. Knees bend as you exhale. Look where you're stepping or jumping and then do it. Top of the mat, half lift. Breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. High to low, plant the hands, step or jump through. Chaturanga, if the chaturanga gets to be too much, you hang out in down dog and breathe there. You can take child's pose. You can take a drink. You can do whatever you need. Inhale. Exhale. Heels up on your breath in. Knees bend as you breathe out. Look at your thumbs. Step or jump. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Chair pose. Big toes touch, arms by the ears. Shoulders pull down. Now if shoulder stuff happens in your body, tight shoulders, tight necks, sometimes it feels too crowded to have your arms reaching up, bring the hands to the heart. That's your option. Or, take your hands behind your back, open the chest, grab opposite elbows, maybe even reverse prayer hands. We'll visit that in pyramid, maybe today. I hadn't planned on it, but maybe. Heels heavy, balls of the feet have some weight, the toes are soft. Shin bones move back, chest stays lifted, lower abdominals pulling up and in. Back of the neck stays long, you're looking toward the end of your nose, or if you drew a line from your nose to the floor, that's the line that your gaze follows. Your two eyes find one spot to softly focus. Take one more breath here in Utkatasana. As you breathe out, forward fold, Uttanasana, let it go. Ardha Uttanasana on an inhale, half lift. As you exhale, plant your hands. Chaturanga is where you exhale. Modified or not. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg on an inhale, lift it up. Now we started with an open stack. This time it's different. Let the right leg be as high as the left. So you're not opening the hips, you're keeping the hips closed, reaching through your right heel, leveling out the tailbone. Drop your outer right hip and let your left kidney lift, your left hip lift a little bit. Pressing into the arms, reaching through both heels. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, knee to nose, look between the thumbs, all the way up, back into that lunge. We're going to take crescent for our B's today. Right knee on top of the right ankle. Use your inhale to reach the arms up. Now, once you get into crescent, feel your foundation. Feel both feet, your right heel, the ball of that left foot. Make it a Barbie foot. The heel goes nice and high. Then your whole left leg has more power. Tailbone drops, front of the pelvis lifts. Chest is up, gaze is up. Take one more breath here in Anjaneyasana. As you breathe out, frame your right leg. Step it back to three-legged dog. Take an inhale. As you exhale, right knee, right elbow, squeeze the right side body. Twice more like that. Lift it up. Exhale, bring it in. One more time, lift it high. As you exhale, bring it in. Right leg back to plank. Inhale and plank. Chaturanga is your exhale. Urdhva Mukha is your inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg, lift it up. Knee and toes stay pointing down. Drop your left hip in, lift your right hip up. Just find that little adjustment to give you a little more juice through the hips. Press the arms as you inhale. Reach the heels as you exhale. Take one more breath in. As you breathe out, bring the knee to the nose, look between the thumbs, step the left foot through. Ground your right heel. Don't ground your right heel, just kidding. It's crescent. That's the difference. Right heel is grounded in one, right heel is up and crescent. It matters. Doesn't matter like social distancing matters, but it matters. Tailbone down, front of the hips lift. Squeeze that right hip. Press into the feet, lift the chest, lift the gaze, and breathe. Take one more breath in, lift the chest, maybe drop into the hips. As you breathe out, frame your left leg. That left leg goes all the way up and back. And as you exhale, knee to elbow on the easy side, left side. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, left side. One more time, lift it up. As you exhale, bring it in. And then step it back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, outer shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale to lift your heels. And exhale to bend your knees. Look forward, step or jump all the way up. Inhale, half flat. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, chair pose is your inhale. Uttanasana is your exhale. Half lift on a breath in. Chaturanga on a breath out. Plant the hands, step or jump. Inhale, open fill. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg on an inhale, lift it high, keep the leg straight. As you exhale, bring the knee to chest. Look through, step through, back into crescent. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, reach back and take an interlace. Right thumb is on top. Pull the knuckles toward your left heel. Lift your left heel to meet your knuckles. And then lift your chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Maybe the elbows get a little straighter. Maybe the palms of the hands press together. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, release that. Frame your front foot. Right leg back to inhale. As you exhale, go to the awkward side. Left elbow with the right knee. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, left elbow. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward dog. From your down dog, lift your left leg as you breathe in. As you breathe out, knee to nose to knee, look between, step through. Stay on the right toes. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, sink. Reach back and catch the bind. Left thumb on top. Knuckles to your right heel to your knuckles. Lift the chest. Feel that right hip flexor. Straighten the elbows. Press the palms. Soften your left toes. Take one more breath in. As you breathe out, release it. Frame your front foot. Step it back. Inhale. As you exhale, right elbow. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift your heels on your inhale. Bend your knees on your exhale. Look at your thumbs. Step or jump. If you're jumping, try to get the hips high and land soft. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, stand up. Back in mountain, back where we started, just checking in. Breathe. And then we're going to go a few more times. Some add-ons, Some takeaways. We start back in chair. Take an inhale in chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, high to low. Plant the hands, step or jump. If you're over the chaturangas, you can always hang out in down dog. You can drop the knees and take child's. You choose. But once you get there, down dog, we'll pick it back up together. Right leg on an inhale, lift it high. Right down the middle to the nose, round the upper back, push the floor away. Do that twice more. Lift it up and bring it in. One more time, lift it up and bring it in. Look between the thumbs, put the right foot through, stay on the left toes. High lunge, inhale. As you exhale, back to that bind with the right thumb on top. Take an inhale to open your chest. Keep the chest open, keep the arms behind you. Lean the right chest over your right knee. Tuck the chin, back of the neck is long. Pull your right hip crease back. Now you're going to use that left leg. You're going to fly here in Warrior 3. Maybe a couple steps, maybe one big step. Maybe once you get into Warrior 3, you decide you need to unbind. Bring the hands to the hips, that's fine. Think about, just like in your three-legged dog, leveling out the tailbone. So the right hip will lift, the left hip will drop. And as you do that, you notice a little more intensity through your right hamstring attachments, maybe the right glutes. Keep reaching long from your left heel through the crown of the head. Take one more breath in. As you breathe out, bend your right knee, land your long left leg in a drop step. Grab the interlace again, right thumb on top. Ground your left heel. Take an inhale. Exhale, humble. Right shoulder, right thigh. You can stop here, or you can let your right upper arm kind of fall inside of your right calf toward your ankle. Let the top of your head move toward the floor. Find a little pocket of air under your left inner arch. Keep pulling that right hip crease back. Take one more breath in. As you breathe out, pull your knuckles up and out, Warrior 2. Arms reach long. Shoulders over hips. Triceps squeeze. Look over your right hand. Tuck your front ribs in. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, cartwheel to frame your front foot. Give yourself an inhale in your lunge, and then use your exhale to flatten out, step back, chaturanga. Inhale to back bend. Exhale to dog. Left side lifted high. Knee to nose, nose to knee, round. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, knee to nose to knee. One more time, lift it up. Exhale, bring it in. Look through, step through. High lunge. Reach back. Left thumb on top. Knuckles to the right heel to the knuckles. Here's your starting place. And then you come forward. Left side of the chest over your left thigh bone. Pull the left hip back. You're going to use your right toes, that's your power, to lift up into Vira 3. A couple steps. Maybe 2 or 3, 1, whatever. And then think about getting longer from the top of your head through your right heel. Let your right kidney fall in, your left hip lift a little bit. Remember your options for a bind. Hands at the hips, fingers on the floor, whatever you need. Soften your left knee a bit. Drop step your right foot. Reestablish your bind behind you if you lost it. Right heel to the floor. So you have Warrior 2 legs here. Take an inhale. Humble side 2. Left shoulder can rest on your left thigh. Or you can let the left shoulder fall in. Let the crown fall toward your left foot. Remember that little pocket under your right inner arch. Keep the elbows straight. Relax the jaw. Use your knuckles to pull you back up to second warrior. Your legs are already there. Just bring the arms into the mix. Hand, heart, hand. Open that up. Stretch the chest. Keep sinking into your left hip. Front ribs down. Breathe. Take one more breath in. As you breathe out, cartwheel down, frame your front foot. Give yourself an inhale in your lunge. Use your exhale, flatten out, step back. Chaturanga. Or not. If you're ready for child's, take child's. From your downward facing dog, take an inhale to lift your heels. An exhale to bend your knees. Look at your thumbs. That's where you're going. Step or jump all the way up. Setting your gaze, and then fold in. Bend the knees, chair pose. Take an inhale in chair. Exhale, hands to the heart. As you bring the hands in, sink the hips. Move the shins back. Pull the navel in. Find some daylight between your rib cage and your thigh bones, so you're not letting the ribs rest on the legs. Keep pulling the hip creases back. We're gonna go 3 breaths each side. Take an inhale. As you exhale, twist left, hook right. Once you get there, inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, move your left side back. Breathe in for length. Breathe out to twist. One more inhale, knees are even. Stay to exhale. And then inhale through center. Reestablish, get lower in the hips. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, twist right, hook left. Inhale for length in the spine. Exhale, right side back. Inhale for length. Exhale for twist. One more time, breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, center, stay low. Exhale, fold. Split the feet. First 2 fingers, hook your first toe on each foot. Padahastasana, so the feet are Padagustasana. Your feet are hip distance. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold in. Soften the knees, pull on the toes as you press on the fingers. Feel the length in the back, the stretch in the hamstrings. Take one more breath in. As you breathe out, release it. Now, if you want, you can just step back and take your vinyasa, or if you want to be fancy about it, you can take crow. Elbows on top of the wrists. Knees into triceps. Look forward of the fingers. You're here for 3. For 2, take a big inhale, and then step it back or shoot it back for chaturanga. Inhale to back bend. Exhale to dog. So we're back in down dog. Right leg high, lift it up. Open and stack. Inhale, right leg long. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Side body squeeze. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale to the left elbow. Drop your left heel, straighten your right leg. Maybe you keep your right leg lifted. You can always put it on the floor for fallen triangle, or a little more right outer hip work to lift that right leg. Take one more breath in. As you breathe out, bend your right knee, left hand down, right leg up. Inhale, knee to nose, nose to knee. Hold. Look between the thumbs. Pick that knee up a little closer, then step it through. High lunge. Feel your foundation, feel your breath. Now, bind. Woo. Right thumb on top. Straighten the elbows, lift your left heel, chest over your front knee. Tuck your chin so you feel that, you establish that line through the posterior chain here. And now use your left toes to fly. Now from here, left hand, left hip, right hand to the floor or a block, Ardha Chandrasana. Turn the hip out, turn the toes out, left arm to the sky. Move your right thigh bone back. Now press into your right heel to lift some stagnation out of that right hip crease. A little more action in the right leg. A little more length from the crown through the tailbone. Left hand to the floor. Turn the chest, turn the hips. Now you're in a standing split, but this is just a transition to get you back to your third warrior. Soften your right knee. Say a little prayer. Pick up your hands. Once you have your hands at your heart, think about that length again through the back body. And now stand up on your right leg. Left foot is flexing, right hand takes your shin, turn to the left. If you want a little more here, your right hand takes the outside of your left foot and you extend and open that way. Take one more breath in. As you breathe out, turn your chest so you have your knee or your straight leg in front of you. If you have the knee bent, take the interlace again, lift the knuckles and bring the nose to the knee. That's your first option. Or if you have the legs straight, start to fold over your straight left leg. Obviously something I'm working on. Nose to knee. We'll meet back here with the left knee bent, hands at the heart. Take an inhale. As you exhale, find your crescent lunge. Drop step your left leg, right knee is bent. We'll meet back here, take an inhale. As you exhale, right hand to your left hamstrings. Now hold on to all three of them, lift them up into your right hand. Keep lifting your left fingers. Drop into your right hip. Now this whole left arm is getting longer. Take it into a twist. Outside of your right thigh, hands at the heart. Now press with your left toes. Take an inhale. As you exhale, twist. Breathe in for length. Breathe out to twist. Take one more breath in. As you breathe out, get out of there. Just frame your front foot. Take an inhale. Exhale, plank. Hold plank to breathe in. Chaturanga to breathe out. Back bend, a baby cobra or a bigger one. Up dog. Downward face, hips high. Breathe here. Notice, feel your fire, feel all of your parts, all of your pieces clicking into place. Left side, lift it up on an inhale. As you exhale, left knee, left elbow, squeeze the left side. Inhale, lift it high. As you exhale, underneath to the right, drop your right heel so you're standing on that whole right foot, lift your right arm. You can extend, rest, keep working the left obliques, lifting that left hip. Now look at your mat, right hand where you got it, left leg high. Inhale, nose to knee, knee to nose, round, pull it in. Keep looking, keep pulling it in, and then step it through. Crescent. Now from here, catch the bind, left thumb on top, straighten the elbows, chest forward, lift off. Whew. You wobble, you fall out, you get back in. That's the practice. Find some length. Right hand, right hip. Left hand under the shoulder to the floor, to a block. Turn the right hip out, right shoulder reaching up. Now, move the left thigh back. Think about pressing down into the heel and feel how that gives your left hip a little more space. Your transition standing split, right hand down, turn the shoulder, turn the hip. Soften your left knee, say a little prayer. Pick up your hands. Now once you've got that, stand up on your left leg, starting in a twist. Thought I could save it, sorry. Look toward your right fingers. Keep getting taller. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, back to center. Now you can take your flamingo, I think that's what it's called in America, or you can straighten the leg, nose to knee. Good. Now from here, back into your crescent, bend the knee, Good. And now left hand, you can even keep your left hand back there. Right arm's gonna reach up. Use your right heel to lift more with your right fingers. You want a lot of space through this whole right side. Take all of that space into your twist. Hands at the heart, breathe in. Use your right toes, make that right leg stronger. Breathe out, left knee over the left ankle. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath in. As you breathe out, look at your left foot, frame it. Take an inhale. As you exhale, step back, plank. Take an inhale and plank, chin past fingers. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, urdhva mukha. Exhale, adho mukha. Take a breath in. Clear it all out. Inhale to lift your heels. Exhale to bend your knees. Look at your thumbs. Step or jump, top of the mat. Once you're there, inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, chair pose. Arms by the ears or hands at the heart. Now start to lower, hips lower. And then your knees have no choice but to move apart because you're lowering down into Navasana. Boat. Arms straight as high as the shoulders. Palms face each other. If you need a little help here, hang on behind the knees to lift your chest. Look between your toes. Take one more breath here in boat. As you breathe out, bend the knees. Put the heels very close to your sitting bones. Reach the arms forward. Chair. Take an inhale and chair. As you exhale, start to lower back down. Knees come apart. Back into Navasana. Hang on behind the knees. Establish your boat. Pull the navel in. Keep lifting the chest. If you want a little more here, legs can be straight. Maybe arms by the ears. But when you start to round and collapse in the low back, that's where you need to come back to a point where you didn't. Now we're going to come back, go into chair and come back to boat another time. Your option to do that is to stay in boat. So if you want to stay in boat, do that. Or you bend your knees, press your feet, come back into chair. Take an inhale in chair. As you exhale, start to sink. Knees come apart. Lower down. Now, full boat to half boat. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, lower down. Shoulders stay up, heels stay up. Take an inhale, and then use your exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Lower. Lift. We're going 3 more. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Last one. Hold full boat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross your ankles. Hop back. Maybe chaturanga if you don't have a mic pack to deal with. And then you can take all the way to the mat or just linger in your up dog, cobra if you want it, just to stretch your abdominals a little bit. Outer shoulders back. You can let the pelvis drop, kind of exaggerate your core stretch. And then flip the feet, downward face. From your down dog, lift your right leg on an inhale. As you exhale, bring your right foot all the way up between the hands. Ground your left heel. Right leg is straight, stand up. So pyramid, feet are closer. Pull your right hip back, left side forward. Now at least take opposite elbows behind you or reverse prayer hands. So if you have reverse prayer hands, swim your fingertips toward your shoulder blades. An inhale to lift and an exhale to fold. Pull your right kidney back, let your left kidney drop in. So it's that ever constant struggle of the hips being square when the legs are kind of straight on like this. Getting that left kidney to spin over. Keep the chin reaching toward your right foot. Try to smooth out your breath. Press more into the hands. Now we're gonna twist a triangle pose. Left hand to the outside of your right foot, or you can put your left hand on a block or a water bottle, that kind of helps. And now right hip moves back, left ribs to the floor, right arm to the sky. Our last twist. Think about cobra pose in your upper chest. Keep pulling that right hip back, the left hip forward. Long on both sides of the body. Take one more breath in. As you breathe out, soften your right knee, both hands in front of your right foot. Lean some weight onto your hands, onto your right leg, standing split. Now, if this is your time to shine and you want to do some handstands, knock yourself out as long as you're not going to break your neck without supervision. Don't do that. But maybe you stay in more conservative standing split territory today. There's plenty here to explore. Soften your right knee. Think about your right hamstrings. Think about the low back. Making that left leg longer. The knee and the toes point down. Top of the head is heavy. Now from here, bend your right knee, drop step your left leg. You're going to bring your right leg all the way back to down dog. Whew. Feel that right side from the left. And now we'll do the same thing on the other side. So lift your left leg on an inhale. As you exhale, bring it up between the hands. Ground your right foot. Straighten your left leg so we come into this from the same place we did on the first. Find your bind. Maybe elbows. Maybe prayer hands behind you. Lift your chest. Square your right hip forward. And then fold forward. Now there may be a time in your life when you can't fold over your front leg, and today isn't that day if you're doing it, so be glad that today you have the ability. You might not tomorrow, we don't know. For sure we don't know what's going to happen. But we know we're in pyramid now, we know we're paying attention to the breath, anchoring through your right heel, reaching with the nose toward the toes. Stay here for one more round. And then bring your right hand to the outside of your left foot, or grab your little rectangle of hope if you had that on the first side. Left thumb clips that left hip out of the way. Right ribs to the floor, left ribs to the sky, left arm up. Now feel the chest, that twist. That right heel is holding you steady, long through the spine. Think cobra pose in the upper back. Good. One more breath in. As you breathe out, put your left hand down, soften your left knee, both hands come out in front of your left foot. Handstand hops, standing split, a combination of a bind or all of those things. The breath is not an optional part of this practice, so keep it moving. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, soften your left knee, right foot finds the mat, left foot steps back to downward facing dog. Now if you have a, how about we just walk our feet over to the right side of our mat. Keep the hands where they are so you're kind of in a cockeyed down dog. Lift your right leg on an inhale, open, bend, and stack. We're going to get into our back bends from our flipped dog. So start here, left leg is straight, more like a wild thing. Right knee bends, press the feet to lift the hips. Let the right arm be long, stretch that whole right side. Surrender the weight of the head. Take one more breath in. As you breathe out, flip it back over. Right leg stays high, inhale. As you exhale, right knee behind the right wrist. Now put your left knee down. Walk your left knee back until your right hip finds the floor. Flex your right foot. Keep your left toes turned under. If you need to stick a cushion or a block or something under your right hip, do that. Think about your left hip moving forward, your right hip moving back. So even if your right hip touches relatively easily, pull the pelvic floor up and in so you're lifting up here. Much more inner thigh engagement. Just breathe, let the hips settle. Left hip forward, right hip back. Take one more inhale. Then as you exhale, bring the hands in front of your right leg. Press yourself back onto your right hip to avoid tweaking this right knee. If the right knee is sharp shooting type pain, flip over and take this pose on your back to avoid the pressure on your knee. On your back, it's a figure 4 with the right ankle on the left thigh, drawing the legs into the chest. Now, think about where you're feeling this happen the most in your body, likely somewhere in your right hip. Direct your attention there. So just like we feel terrible when we look at other people's stuff on social media all the time, I feel terrible when I look at other people's stuff on social media all the time. Energy goes where you pay attention, is the point I'm trying to make. So pay attention to your right hip. It's more productive to think about that than how somebody else's right hip might look in this pose. Just saying, I miss you guys being here. Take 3 more breaths. Now, after your third exhale and you're empty and you're ready to come out, you can stay here for longer. This is your practice. Use an inhale to lift up, and then we're going to take a quad stretch. So you're going to bend your left knee, reach back with your left hand. Maybe you take the inside of the arch and draw the heel in toward your hip. Maybe you keep that foot flexed and you're working to hold the outside of the toes so you can work on some sort of king pigeon nonsense. Draw the heel into the hip to stretch the quad. Kick the foot into the hand to stretch the chest. And again, think about the inner thighs drawing together. Right back, left forward to give you a little more lift here in your pigeon. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, without snapping, you can let that left leg fall behind you. And now swing it around in front. So if something's under your right hip, move it out. Janu Shirshasana. Bend your right knee, put the sole of the foot close to your left groin. Turn your chest over your long left leg. Take an inhale to lift up, and then an exhale to lean forward. Belly, chest, and chin in that order. So if you can easily hold the foot, do that, or fingers to the floor to keep pulling the heart toward the toes. Keep the chin in. Letting that right hip kind of yawn out to the side. Two more breaths. Forward bending, I talked about it yesterday a little bit. Forward bending has the opportunity to bring our energy, that we have the opportunity to bring our energy down to ground and chill here. So that's what we do after we burn the fire. Sit up on your breath in. Bend your left knee, shins cross in front. If you want to hop back and take a vinyasa, do that. We can schlep it back to down dog if you're not into the chaturanga thing. Kind of how it feels, like a schlep. Now from here, left leg lift it up. Just kidding, put it back down. Walk over to the left edge of your mat. Now lift your left leg. Open, bend, and stack, and then flip your dog. Right leg is straight, left knee bends, lift your hips, squeeze the shoulders together, open the chest. Look down at your mat. Bring your left hand back, flip it back around. Left leg high, inhale. Exhale, left knee behind the left wrist. Right knee to the floor, and then scooch until your left hip finds the floor. Support it if you need a little more height. Flex your left foot, and then find that Mula Bandh, pelvic floor up and in. Tuck your right toes, get into the right psoas a little more. Psoas. And when you're ready, you can fold forward over your left shin into your pigeon. Think about easing back into your hip. You're not compressing this knee too much. And if you keep the toes tucked, don't let the ankle splay. Keep the ankle flexed so the heel stays over the center of the foot. Overstretching will happen if you let the ankle sickle. Identify where you feel this the most. Energy goes where you pay attention. Take a breath in. All the way out. An inhale will inspire you up. You can stay, or if you're with us, come on up. And then you're going to go for your quad stretch, maybe. Right knee bends, reach back with your right hand. You can take the inside edge, or if you're working on your king pigeon, finding something to grip. Keep lifting. Heel into the hip, stretches the quad. Foot into the hand, stretches the chest. Take one more breath in. As you breathe out, without snapping that right leg, letting it whip behind you, just let it kind of lay down. Lean onto your left side. Swing the right leg around. Janu Shirshasana, side 2. Right leg is straight, left knee bends, turn the chest. Sternum in line with your first toe. Take an inhale to lift the arms. And then as you exhale, belly, chest, and chin in that order. Pull the navel in as you breathe in. Fold forward as you breathe out. Left knee, left leg, just let it be heavy. Keep reaching through your right heel. Two more breaths. Use your next inhale to lift up. And this time, send both legs in front. Move whatever's underneath here out. Flex both feet. Take an inhale to reach up. And then an exhale, belly, chest, and chin in that order. If you can hook your toes, do that, or just bring the hands down by the legs. Take an inhale to lift your chest, and then an exhale to fold in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold in. Elbows bend if you're deepening each time. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. Do that twice more with the breath. Now hold here. 5 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Sit up on your next inhale. Let the toes go. Left knee is going to bend, step it outside of your right leg, turn your chest to the left, left hand behind you, right arm reaches, breathe in. Take your elbow outside to twist, seated as you breathe out. If that elbow outside is too much, hug your knee in. Keep lifting the chest, pressing down into the sitting bones as you inhale. As you exhale, twist around the axis of your spine. Draw the navel in. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale to twist. Breathe in. Twist to breathe out. Take one more inhale, lift through the crown. As you exhale, turn to the right for a counter. So the legs stay the same. Left hand goes inside of your left foot. Right hand goes behind you. Take an inhale to lift up and an exhale to twist. Breathe in. Chin to the right shoulder. Breathe out. One more time in. All the way out. And then untwist. And change sides. Left leg long, right knee bends. Right hand behind you, left arm reaches. Take an inhale, press down to lift up. And then as you exhale, rotate around the spine. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep pressing into the base of your right big toe, flexing through your left heel. One more breath in, all the way out. And then an inhale to lift through the crown, an exhale to take your counter pose. Right hand inside of your right foot, left hand behind you. Breathe in, lift the chest. Breathe out, turn the chin to the left. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale to untwist. Exhale, right leg goes long. Heels to the very front edge of your mat. All the way down for Shavasana. I didn't know which way you were laying. We can go opposite ways, doesn't matter. Pull the navel in. Take a long stretch as you breathe in. As you breathe out, hug the knees in. Pick up the head and shoulders. Squeeze everything you've got. The toes, the forehead, the face, the core, every muscle. Squeeze it all tight. Hold, hold, hold. And then empty and relax. Close your eyes at the very least, or put a piece of material over your face if you can to make it a little darker. Dissolve, drop in, and let go. Open your lungs and take a bigger breath in. Let that breath go. 2 more like that. Breathe in. And breathe out. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Turn the chin to the right and the left. Move the hands, move the feet. Maybe a long stretch to reach out overhead. Open everything up as you inhale. And then as you exhale, hug the knees in, give yourself a squeeze, and roll onto your right side and rest in a fetal position. Using your right arm to support your head. Left hand in front of the heart on the floor. Pause here to think about what you're grateful for this morning. And then once you've got that, use your left hand to press you back into your seat. Sealing our practice in Anjali Mudra, hands at the heart, chin to the chest. Maybe the eyes are closed. Gratitude for the practice, for the ancient wisdom, and all of the things that keep us connected. Namaste. Thanks, guys. Happy Monday. Tomorrow, noon, slow flow. See you then.